The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket in your right hand. A graduations
by virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievement being celebrated on this occasion. You may be seated. Distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I didn't hear any response. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. That is better. What a beautiful, warm afternoon with the graduandi and diplomandi well dressed in their gowns. Somebody said to me, I should keep up with the Joneses as far as technology, new developments, and AI is concerned. In trying to do that, I often play chess against AI tools such as AlphaZero, and that tool is bad at playing chess. Every time I say check, the system thinks it is an error. And also trying to keep up, when I need to see a therapy, I always consult the AI therapist. But the AI therapist keeps asking me the same question every time. Have you tried turning yourself off and on again? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I am smart and brought the phone to read from it. And guess what? When I came here, the screen was locked. And it asked me to select the square with traffic lights, not robots, traffic lights. So to prove that I'm not a robot. So I'm asking myself, who is the robot between me and this AI software? Ladies and gentlemen, I am both humbled and elevated by the honor and privilege to welcome you on behalf of the Chancellor, Dr. Thabo Mbeki, and Vice Chancellor, Professor Pulenling Kabula, to this graduation ceremony this afternoon, as the acting Vice Chancellor for this moment only. My substantive position is the University Librarian and Archivist. Many of you who are graduating today have used both virtual and physical library. And you know, in the library, the only books that we don't issue to the students in the library are books about suicide, because we don't know who will return them. That is the unwritten rule of the library. Whether you are doing a study or research, we don't issue such books. And when we were coming here, I overheard one of the graduands saying, referring to the people I'm with here, saying that these are unpleasant professors who grade us too hard. They are always critical and always have something to say, even if your essay is perfect. They are not like people in Zoom or Teams meeting who are always saying, nothing from my side, Chair. But these ones, if they don't find anything in your writing wrong, they can even criticize you of using the wrong O in the first word of the school. They say that the second O was supposed to be the first O, the way they are critical. But the reality, ladies and gentlemen, is that these men and women on the stage are critical of your work to enhance quality, not as gatekeepers. And for them to enhance quality, I had another student complaining and say that they will tell you that you must observe punctuation. Yes, we need quality in your work. Remember, there are 8 rules of a comma. We don't put a comma when we are tired. Most of us, when we write, we put the comma when we are tired. But there are 8 rules, and I'm going to charge you for mentioning those rules. The first one, you separate items of series, separate independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions, After introductory clauses of phrases, in South Africa we call it Buthelezi rule. However, for instance, that is Buthelezi rule. To set off non-restrictive clauses, to set off opposite to indicate direct address with the dates and numbers, and lastly with titles and addresses. And then the ninth rule is called the Oxford rule. A classic example of for you to use to observe punctuation. There's a classical example where missing punctuation drastically changes meaning. For example, let's eat grandma versus let's eat grandma. In the first case, you are inviting grandma to eat with you. And in the second one, you are suggesting that grandma become the meal. So you can see the importance of observing. Ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I'm not alone. In the voice of Lady Omorde, I am with those who conduct research, those who belong to a community of scholars, each of whom has journeyed into the unknown to bring back an insight. And what they have recorded of their journeys and findings will make it easier for you to explore the unknown, to help you to discover an insight. Representing the Registrar's Office is Dr. L. Molepo. And from the College of Law, we have Dr. S. Ndlazi. College of Human Sciences, Professor T.D. Mashau and Professor N.L. Tlhabangani. College of Economic Management Sciences, we've got Dr. B.P.M. Mapala, Professor Chabalala, and the Acting Executive Dean, Dr. M. Masichaba. From the College of Science and Engineering and Technology, we have Professor Onyari, Professor Lekala, and Professor T. Ngambule. From the College of Agriculture and Environmental Science, we have Professor S.L. Levilo. College of Education, we have the Executive Dean, Professor M.E. Makwe, and Professor M.M. Poshoko. From College of Accounting Sciences, Professor T.C. Mudizani, Deputy Executive Dean, and Ms. N. Dumalisile. And from the Graduate School of Business Leadership, we have Professor R. Dagata and Dr. B. Muchara. We also have a supervisor for the PhD graduate. The supervisor is Professor J.W. Ogutu, and the candidate is Tempa Titus Sigudu. And we are accompanied by the members of administrative staff from Graduation Division, Department of Institutional Advancement, Facilities Management, HR Multimedia Center, Northeastern Regional Office under the leadership of Dr. Molepo, and the Regional Student Representative Council. And today's Chancellor address will be delivered by Professor E. Onyari from the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, graduandi and diplomandi, as we celebrate today, we should remember that we are at the critical moment of scholarship. I talked about AI. AI tools, as indicated in my introductory remarks, are becoming embedded in daily academic life, workplaces, streets, and our homes. And universities across Africa are wrestling with foundational questions. And we cannot ignore AI, otherwise we will be irrelevant and ask if data will not be wet if it is stored in the cloud. There are large data models and emerging research direction within the confines of Research 5.0, while some of us are still operating in the third industrial revolution. Do we have to keep up with the Joneses for the sake of being relevant? That is the question. And for us to keep up with the Joneses, it means doing something in order to show that we have as much as other nations to offer to the world, rather than because we really want to do it. Ka polelo ya bomma ba e ra hore ba re o tšhaba o tšhabe. E fela nako e nngwe wa tlhokega gore o botšiše gore na batho ba tšhaba eng. E re re mera Xitsonga ba re loko o bona vanhu va tsutsuma hi ku chava na wena tsutsuma. Ngari vonwani a swi lavi ku vutikisa leswaku va chava yini. This reminds me of a man who worked for 35 years and was commuting from Pretoria, Eerstefabriek to Bosman Station in Pretoria. Every time they disembark on the train, people were running, and then he would run. For 35 years, he was running, as if preparing for a marathon. Then, when he was about to retire, he asked, why are people running when they disembark on the train? Somebody answered that they would be late, so that they are running so that they cover time and get to work on time. Only to find that this guy was always early, but he has been running all 35 years. But he never asked why people are running, but he was training for comrades. So the AI tool may be new, but the stakes are not. The STEM, education, law, social sciences, humanities, and all sectors are changing and fast driven by this impact and of this technology. Yet beneath this innovation and transformation lie complex tension around equity, infrastructure, ethics, and the environmental cost of factors. Ladies and gentlemen, AI tools that surprise even their own developers because they can do our work. And in the language of Mbombela, jwale jwala botagile moapei diloma le barafi in Xitsonga ba re here re mera Xitsonga ba bolabola gore jwala je takilwe mosweki imhangu kutitlavela. And isindebele it may mean ukusiphandla ngomunu, while Siswati it may mean kuti vonzela emanti ngemsela. It is no longer happening only in the movies. As they reckon, in the movies they will always say, we have created a monster. That's what I'm saying. With AI, we have created a monster. But there is nothing new under the sun. So says the rabbi from the book of wisdom. I didn't hear any amen. Anyway, we should embrace computational methods and resources in all our profession. And AI can help us to manage vast amount of information across all sectors. It is transforming. And the questions that everyone is asking is who gets to build these tools and whose stories, her stories are prioritized? How are labor and accountability tracked and shared? And how does it affect all of us? Ladies and gentlemen, as I am concluding that for us to traverse the challenges brought by disruptive technology, we should emulate Kasongo and a badger. You know, Kasongo and a badger would roll over on its back and release a smell of death to confuse the enemy and lure them in order to rip and tear him apart. Like a badger, the boar, Kasongo, also fights best on its back against a rock or against a tree so that the enemy does not attack him from behind. The boar always has its back covered and it enters the hole in reverse. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. Relax, enjoy the ceremony, the hospitality of the University of the Land, and ululate if you can. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now request Professor J.W. Ogu. I will now ask Professor E. Onyari to deliver the Chancellor's address.
Good afternoon, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, esteemed staff members, proud parents, and most importantly, our graduates. Good afternoon. Today, I would like to speak about integrity in your workplace as a UNISA graduate. So I'm looking more this side. Today marks an epic moment in your lives. You have worked tirelessly, overcome challenges, And now you face a new exciting chapter, the professional world. With UNISA's unique position, some of you will be entering the workforce for the very first time, while some of you are looking forward to that promotion that you have been waiting for. While some are also looking forward to expanding probably their businesses. As you step into this arena, armed with the knowledge and ambition, I want to talk to you about one quality that will be more crucial than any other in determining your long-term success and fulfillment, and that is integrity. So, what is integrity? We often hear about integrity, but what does it really mean in the context of workplace? It's about more than just honesty, though that is certainly a big part of it. Integrity is about consistency of character. It's about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's about aligning your actions with your values even when it is difficult or unpopular. Think of integrity as the bedrock or the foundation upon which your career will be built. Without it, even the most impressive skills that you've achieved from the University of the Land, as we call it, or accomplishments will eventually crumble. In today's interconnected world, where reputations can be shattered or be made in an instance, your integrity will be your most valuable asset. Now, if we look in South Africa, you see that South Africa faces a number of challenges in regards to integrity in the workplace, and this is impacting both the public and the private sectors. These issues are stemming because of some complex issues, and this could range from the historical factors, economic pressures, and perceived lack of accountability. Some of the integrity issues that we could look at probably is the corruption. We're looking at lack of ethical leadership, and of course, the workplace misconduct. And for sure, to address these issues, we need to look at a multifaceted approach. And I think we're not going to look at that now, but I think we're going to focus more on looking at integrity as a whole. So the question is, why does integrity matter? Firstly, integrity will build trust and credibility. Whether you are dealing with colleagues, clients, superiors, trust is the currency of professional relationships. When you consistently demonstrate integrity, people learn that they can rely on you and that your word is your bond and that you will always act in an ethical manner. This trust opens doors, it fosters collaboration, and allows you to take on greater responsibilities. So for those looking forward to get that promotion, check on your integrity. Secondly, integrity will shape your reputation. Your reputation precedes you, and strong reputation for integrity is a powerful professional advantage. It means if you are known as someone who is fair, reliable, and principled, this will attract opportunities, foster respect, and help you navigate challenges with greater ease. Conversely, a tarnished reputation due to lack of integrity can be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to actually repair. Thirdly, if you embrace integrity, it will guide your decision-making. Throughout your careers, you face countless decisions to make each and every day, some of which will have ethical dimensions. Having a strong sense of integrity will equip you to make choices that are not only beneficial for your organization, but also morally sound. It means resisting the temptation to cut corners, to compromise on quality, or to engage in any activity that will exploit others or damage the environment. It means having the courage to speak up, when you see something wrong, even if it feels uncomfortable. And the last that I'm going to look at is the personal well-being. Finally, we can say that perhaps the most important of all this, when living with integrity, it contributes to your well-being. There is a profound sense of peace and self-respect that comes from knowing you've acted in accordance with your values. You will sleep better at night, knowing you have conducted yourself in honor and in principle. This inner peace is far more valuable than any short-lived material gain achieved through unethical means. And thus, embracing integrity as you mark your professional journeys, I urge you to consciously choose integrity in every interaction, every decision, and every task. It won't always be easy. There will be pressures, temptations, and situations that test your resolve. But remember that choosing integrity, even in the face of adversity, is always the right choice. It will define you as a professional and as a person. Congratulations again, graduates. Go forth, make your mark on the world, and always remember to lead with integrity. We are incredibly proud of you, and we can't wait to see that which you achieve. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Onyari is advising us that as we enter the workplace, we should enter it with integrity intact. And if we do that, she indicates that there is a correlation between integrity and the well-being, and you'll be able to sleep at night. What she didn't say that maybe if you sleep peacefully at night, you can even dream the lotto numbers. Let us give her a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. We can just wait for the people that are entering now, and we will start shortly. And you know, they say in the United States of America, when they start an event like this, they start it with a joke. And in Asia, they start with a quote. And in Africa, we start with an apology. We apologize because we come late. But that is not an African time. An African time is 2 hours before or a day before. If you tell your grandmother that tomorrow you are going to town, she comes to your place a day before. That is African time. So we're just apologizing again that we are not teaching them to be late at the workplace. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Themba Titus Sikudu, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor J.W. Ogutu, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in his thesis entitled Prevalence and Antimicrobial Resistance of Staphylococcus Species Isolated from Dog and Human Specimens submitted to diagnostic laboratories in South Africa for the period 2012-2017, he investigates the prevalence and antimicrobial resistance of Staphylococcus species from dog and human specimens. He provides critical insights into the epidemiology and AMR status of Staphylococcus species in both humans and canines. His study makes a significant contribution to public health in the context of AMR from a One Health perspective and offers a foundation for the development of targeted interventions to combat antimicrobial resistance in veterinary and human health care settings. The candidate was co-supervised by Professor D.N. Kekwana.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Themba Titus Sigudu the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Themba Titus Sigudu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Nonhlanhla Fortunate Metiso receives the degree of Master of Arts. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, Boitumelo Likoba receives the degree of Mr. Vice-Chancellor, Jessica Machaka received the degree of Master of Business Leadership. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Master of Business Administration. Thabang Goodwill Marobane. Nomakwezi Vuyiswa Masuku. Natalie Sisana Mtetwa. Bonginkosi Ngumalo.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Pretty Nonhlanhla Lubambo. Lucky Jealous Malumane. Aruna Kabisile Mdluli. Lindiwe Enika Mulifi. Wanzanayi Beverly Mukwena. Nodi Ntomfuti Ashley Shabalala.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours. Misho Elitin Shatrayo. Noktula Nompumelelo Mashaba. Truth Mashiro. Zinhle Princess Mia. Nombuyiselo Nomi Nkalanga. Zanele Nkuna. Tabelo Ravele. Charity Bakhatetsi Tabane. Almari Tangwane.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Lekamen Boneka Alves. Lucky Mposo Mashaban. Noktula Busisiwe Mayindi. Precious Nonkululeko Mbombi. Lindokuhle Innocent Mgiba. Mponyana James Mutankis. Sisi Thandekile Ngobeni. Bridget Thulile Nkambule. MD Rachel Ntuli. Skhulile Salom Shabangu. Sibongile Cecilia Sfunda.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Moses Senyani James Kupai obtained the degree with distinction. Nothando Ednamhlanga. Zintle Brightness Ngomani. Margaret Cresta Chabangu. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Kabunina Constance Mutankisi received the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours. You need to smile and look at it. Smile. There we go. The degree was obtained with distinction. Huh? Oh. Sylvia Dalana received the degree with distinction. Esther Lebesi. Andre Michael Lotz. Zetu Millicent Mahlalela. Rankotsani Edith Mapeto. Audrey Dimakatso Marubela. Nomsa Promise Matsinye. Face there. Zanele Mhlongo. Messi Amugalani Mkumolo. Zanele Mkwanazi. Tulani Goodwill Ngomezulu. Nondumiso Precious Mota. Petile Joyce Mota. Figile Angel Nkosi. Franz Prince Nyalungu. Sharon Sibuyi.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Pretty Goodness Lubisi. Nonhlanhla Queen Mdluli.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences. Veronica Precious Lukombu Koza. Duduzile Tinswalo Promise Makamu. Mahotso Shamaine Mashiko. Nukutula Martha Mukwana.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Lomoya Precious Mabuza. Benjamin Mark Maluka. Nelisiwe Bridget Matane.
You're okay.
Nokubonga Hope Nkanyane. Mazmi Zikhanyo Nkomo. Victor Tirabandu Tiraweyi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Francois Johannes Nel. Simpiwe Dumisile Ngwenya.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Kyle David Lang received the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Nesias Mashoba Ndlovu. Kolani Sam Sambo. Nonjabulo Happiness Shabangu.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nontobeko Lawrence Sithole receives the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Rachel Gift Hlego. Ngobile Innocentia Mabuza. Zanele Mildred Mgwenya. Nogwanda Audrey Pori. Lebohang Petunia Sondlane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Bongani Beatrice Mayinga. Nompumelelo Christine Ngosi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Takhatso Makofane. Cassandra Lungile Ngwenyama. Tembisile Makubela. Busisiwe Margaret Skosana.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Winile Goodness Tegu. Face them. Zanele Surprise Chagani. Nelly Chambala. Aleta Kotsofacho Chehu. Congratulations. Sindile Sipiwe Tuma. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Izanke Tibet receives the degree with a distinction. Nomngebo Nomfundo Dladla. Nonhlanhla Promise Dladla. Zamamambo Gumbo. Zintle Constance Hadebe. Willem Jacobus Hendricks. Face the camera and smile. Christine Michelle Sachwayo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nontle Shope receives the degree with a distinction. Spiwe Petunia Shope. Experience Koza. Nomvula Nombulelo Koza. Face there and smile. Nonhlanhla Yvonne Koza. Nonkululeko Precious Koza. Nosisa Lucia Khoza. Smile and face there. There you go. Lindokuhle Ruth Langa. Violet Kulile Lebese. Lisiba Lindiwe Lekwadu. Notando Nontutuzo Lechuli. Face that direction and smile. Lungile Rose Lupogo. Face there and smile. Shelly Maboso. Nonsigelelo Mabuza. Tombifuthi Zinhle Mabuza. Busisiwe Eunice Madlopa. Bonyegile Priscilla Colleen. Mpendulo Colin Makakula. Tembisile Sizakele Makakula. Smile, Notando. Notando Mahlalela. Evans Mahlangu. Patience Nontogozo Mahlobo. Guys must smile when you look at the camera. You must smile. Stand there. There you go. And smile. Togozile Ketugutula Malama. Swenki Sonto Makubela. Veronica Lungile Makubela. Ellen Malapani. Maria Malapani. Well done, Maria. Face there and smile. There we go. Zanele Constance Malaza. Smile. Ngobile Maria Mamba. Face there and smile. Christina Mama Manzini. Noguchula Peti Mapanga. Nompumelelo Maseko. Stand there. Sithembile Celicia Masego. I seem to be more excited than you guys. Smile and watch the camera. There you go. Maria Mashaba. And smile. Jabulile Nompumelelo Mashabani. Pelisiwe Notando Mashele. And give them a pretty smile. There we go. Amanda Mabunhle Mashiho. Look there and smile. Nkosingi Pile Philippine Masina. There you go. Smile. Boni Dorothy Masugu. Face there and smile. Cynthia Ngobile Mati. Charity Tinyiko Matebula. And smile. Sipiwe Tinyiko Matenjwa. Mandlenkosi Simon Matonsi. Emarentia Ntomfuti Matsebula. Face there and smile. Beauty Kwahlani Mbendani. Face there and smile. There we go. Zodwa Nyangwabe Mbogodo. Catherine Kabo Mdluli. Oh, there's no distinction here. Is it? There's no distinction where? Next time. Gloria Cynthia Mdluli. Tabo Willie Mdluli. Regina Memela. And smile. Ngobile Colentia Ngwenya. Nontlantla Pretty Ngwenya. There we go. Celebration. Smile. Watch the camera. Prudence Karen Mangani. Nomdeni Lwakadia Mhlabani. Did you smile for the camera? Thabiso Precious Mhlanga. Face there and smile. Shonapi Emarentia Nkachwa. Smile. Zandile Nompumelelo Nkachwa. Smile. Ntomgaise Ntomgaise Constance Mkhonto. Mbali Mkhwanazi. Face there and smile. Bawinile Mlambo. Face there and give them a good smile. There we go. Mbalenhle Primrose Mlipha. Treasure Lerato Nisi. Matasha Tandiwe Mubuyani. Face there and smile. Keletso Musoma. Face there and smile. Nonhlanhla Hloniphani Moyani. Face there and smile. Pretty Noguthula Mpanza. Aye. Confidence Mpuzi. Did you smile? Oh, good. Nelisiwe Innocentia Mthethwa. And smile. Julie Mukavele. And smile. Martha Tanisile Ndlovu. Mbali Hleziphi Ndlovu. Smile. Thandazo June Ndlovu. Smile and face there. Carol Ndubani. Smile. Precious Nondumiso Ngobeni. Virginia Thembi Ngobeni. Goodman Lucky Ngomani. Sidi Ngomani. Is that your husband? Oh, it's a couple. It's a couple. Nolwazi Ngozo. Simpiwe Honika Ngwenya. And smile. Baby Zanele Nkope. Simpiwe Doris Nkosi. Stand there and face the camera. Tandega Perseverance Nkosi. Face there and smile. Zandile Sharal Nkosi. Tembi Ellen Lindoguhle Nguma. Eunice Mayengwana Ntimane. Mbonyiseni Sani Ntimane. Ntokazi Aniki Ntimane. Face there and smile. Xolisile Nonsikelelo Ntimba. Tlaishego Jacqueline Poku. Shane Pretorius. Stand here and face there. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Tandega Sambo receives a degree with a distinction. And face there and smile. Busisiwe Angrandize Sandlan. Face there and smile. Prayer Imelda Skodla. Mantwa Felicia Shabalala. Nonhlanhla Nqobile Shabangu. Face there and smile. Ntombi futhi Moira Shabangu. Kondile Jeanette Shabangu. Rifilwe Laurentia Shai. Busisiwe Shishaba. Lungelo Nicolette Shongwe. Very happy. Nonsikelelo Shongwe. Philisiwe Lynette Shongwe. Sheila Nondumiso Shongwe. Nobuhle Simpiwe Sibiya. Nompilo Sibiya. Barbara Twelezinhle Silinda. Face there. And smile. There we go. Susan Lungile Silinda. Innocentia Megi Singani. Manoti Portia Sitole. Nelisiwe Sitwe. Look at that and smile. Kebile Proceed Siwelani. And smile. Lerato Dineo Titi. Mildred Dudu Tobela. Nontle Mabel Tumbata. Well girl, Ubisi. Well girl. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Clarika van Dijk receives a degree with a distinction. Face there and smile. Sister here. There we go. Busisiwe Rejoice Boma. Sizagele Joyce Kaba. Cindy Fortunate Zigalala. Well done, Lindokuhle Nomthandazo Zwane. Face the camera and smile. Sindile Innocentia Zwane. Ana Madikoti Mashekwane. Face there. Nonjabulo Tracy Zagute. Ntogozo Gift Mbokani. Face and smile. Lerato Sharon Ngomani. Piwe Koni Temba. Look at those guys and give them a smile. Nkosazana Providence Twala. Smile. Look at those guys and smile. Nozwelo Mahumani. Go. And give them a pretty smile, the prettiest. There we go. Ntabiseng Constance Moimana. There you go. There you go. Yeah. And show, yeah, and smile. Edith Hlanyiwe Mthethwa. Stand here. Look at those guys and give them your prettiest smile. Smile, pretty. Usisiwe Pretty Nkuna. Face there and smile. Nandi Sipesihle Tomo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Vikiwe Cynthia Makhato. Ncedile Mbokazi. Dineo Gift Pokane.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Fumelani Mudau. Thandiwe Nomonde Themba.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Thandeka Imelda Dikobo Dibakwane. Nozipho Pretty Fagude. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Patrician Pindile Mashiro obtained the diploma with a distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Amanda Mavuso obtains the diploma with a distinction. Respect Mnisi. Tapelo Claudia Ntuli. Odette Figile Numalo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Mandla Patrick Shabangu obtains the diploma with a distinction. Zolile David Sohaba.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Ayanda Nomahlubi Dlamini receives the postgraduate diploma in the Graduate School of Business Leadership.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate receives a diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Mapule Bridget Sikome. Philadelphia Sibia diploma obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Bongekile Mildred Mbuyani received the diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Ndombi Asnat Khole receives a diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Tembingosi Justice Ngoma receives the National Diploma.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Miranda Mampuru. Cebile Portia Mhlanga. Pedna Mhlanga. Sandile Prince Mnisi. Ntando kayise Celeste Mudise.
Sir, Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Margaret Tembisile Mhlongo. Togo Goodness Linda. Katleho Balebeti Hunadi received the degree in National Diploma. Hunadi Mohlala. Oh, sorry. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the National Diploma. Mahlatsi Mashiho.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Nozibegezelo Proud Malale. Maureen Ntwane Wisiki.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Deliwe Boni Mkabela receives the diploma in the College of Education. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, she obtains the diploma with a distinction.
Dames en heren, hulle sê lees om de leer om de lewe. Ek ook weet nie wat beteken dit. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give them a round of applause. Mama, they have made it. And also, when I grow up, I want to be like them. The Uganda paramyologist says that old men and women sit in the shade because they planted a tree many years ago. In the wake of this graduation ceremony, from the social science perspective, the lesson we can learn is that it is now the second best time to plant a tree, for the original best time was a few years ago when you enrolled for your studies, and today you are harvesting the fruits. I would like you to stand up, the graduandi and diplomandi, and take your certificates to show the people who accompanied you that we did not give you a blank certificate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let us give a round, let us give them a round of applause. And today, I would like Dr. Temba Titus Sigudu to stand up, please. Today, this afternoon, he entered this room as a mister. Now he's living as a doctor. You may be seated, sir. Let us congratulate him. And as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. So says John F. Kennedy. The biggest enemy of gratitude, as we have heard from the Professor Onyari when she delivered the Chancellor's address, is that an overwhelming need for more and more. How can you be thankful for a slice of bread if what you wanted was the whole loaf? Those who know how to win, win without fighting. We need to aim high, for the greatest danger for most of us is that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we achieve it. So we must aim high. And today, as we are celebrating achievements of our loved ones who had the magical powers of a book, a link between the past and the future, a bridge between generations and across cultures. Books, they are the most beautiful invention for sharing ideas beyond the boundaries of humanities, space, time, as well as the most powerful forces of poverty eradication and peace building. They are like a window onto another world. And with each new page, they introduce us to new people, new culture, and new ideas. And in the spirit of the National Development Plan 2030, which is just around the corner, we should participate fully in efforts that liberate ourselves from conditions that hinder the flowering of our talents. One such effort, as I said, is reading. And that's why I started by saying leers om the leer om the leeve. But still, I don't know what it means. We should love reading. All our citizens read, write, converse, and value ideas and thoughts. And this way, our story will keep growing as if spring is always with us. And once we utter the dream of a rainbow nation, we will see and live it and not curve over the sky. Let us encourage our children as well, as we have learned, to read and read and read. And that will give us light and glimmer of hope. It is not the light of the oncoming train. It is hope that if we tell our children stories at our time, at our space, in our languages, we will promote these languages as well. Ladies and gentlemen, a story is incomplete until I tell my story. You tell your story to make our story a complete story. A people capture their own stories. To quote from Winston Churchill, history will be kind to you because you are writing it. But his nemesis would say, in response to him, the victors will never be asked if they are telling the truth. And you have heard that the sky is the limit, but I'm saying the limit is yourself. Ungafani na pace setter eka Comrades Marathon. Loia chaisa sisimo sa Mr. Post. Trouble leye kulu. Yayazi. Longi natri krembati nga tuleka ku ni yimisa aka yimisa hi Indian Ocean. I'm speaking Greek now. For diplomancy, I hope students who receive the diploma today will not look back so that they do not turn into the pillar of salt. You should also be stopped by Indian Ocean. That is the red gown there. That is what I was trying to say in my broken Xitsonga. And as for me, on behalf of the Chancellor and the Vice-Chancellor, we thank you for choosing the university that shapes futures in service of humanity. You have heard from legal wise saying, don't talk to me, talk to my lawyer. But for me, I'm saying to you, you should say, don't talk to me, talk to my certificate. And I hope it opens the doors for you. And it also gives you an opportunity to reflect, because in South Africa, we are in the global periphery, as you know, but we are in the hub of that periphery, as there is a hub in every periphery, and a periphery in every hub. If you don't believe me, ask a person who is in economy class of a plane. For those who have never been in a plane, it may be a hub. That plane itself may be a hub for you. But for those who are in business class, economy class may be a periphery for them. So there's a hub in every periphery, and a periphery in every hub, and a hub in every periphery, and a periphery in every periphery. And South Africa is in the hub of the periphery, as we could hear the dawn chorus of the 4th Industrial Revolution. We can hear the chickens of the 4th Industrial Revolution crow. And as I conclude, I've been talking about AI this afternoon. One of my colleagues online says that human hand does not compete with a hammer. It guides and uses the hammer. Why should it be any different with AI in our environment? It should be an enabler, not a disabler. For most professionals, we do what we've always been doing. The job doesn't change, but the media and technology. Nothing is new under the sun. But the son of a carpenter promised someday to make all things new through Revelation 21, verse 5. I didn't hear any amen. And having said that, enjoy the rest of the afternoon. As we invited you to this graduation ceremony, please invite us to your celebration. We will definitely pay revenge. And as I look, my time is exactly 3:55. So can you clap hands for me? Ladies and gentlemen, now that you have graduated, you have become part of the UNISA alumni. You are now part of the illustrious Circle of Excellence. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. There are many things you can do to help shape the future in service of humanity. You can become an e-tutor. You can continue your lifelong journey with the College of Graduate Studies and produce knowledge that help society. And lastly, donate to the University of South Africa Bursary Fund by using the online platform worldwideweb.unisa.ac.za and go to the donate button and bless us and be Moreki. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 25 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. You may stand. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me as the acting Vice-Chancellor, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.